What is that, a Dust Devil? Nope, that's a 4960. There it is. What did he do? Oh, he's changing gears or something? What the hell is that about? Oh, he must have hit a damn groundhog hole. All right, we are not digging dirt. That is just dust being whisked up off the ground. We've got it pretty low to the ground to get all this stuff. Mr. Joe, you got everything greased? Yeah. Okay. Leaf blower? Yeah, blow that roof off of that thing. Get it blowed off, and I'm going to need it up top there when I crawl in. I want to show the difference between the hay rake. This is what the hay rake did. You see a lot of stuff. I ran the hay rake. I had to do it twice. That was once with the hay rake. This was raking it twice with the hay rake. And as you see, the stalks have just grabbed everything. Not everything, about 20% of what was there. So all you guys that have the chopper headers and say, oh, all you have to do is rake it. That's bullshit. So this is twice with the hay rake. This is hay raked. You see how close together the windrows are? They're very slow. You start getting up root balls, beating root balls into that. Can't have that because it's going to make a mess. And we're just going to walk through here, and we're going to get to the first pass with the shredder. This is the first pass with the shredder where I had it before. It is knocking the stalks down, which is good. And there's a distinct line you can see. This is the shredder. Then I had Joseph drop the shredder down right there. You see that line? And then, see the difference? See the difference? The only thing that's left here is very light stalk material, very little leaf material. It is taking a lot of the cobs, which they need as a carbohydrate for in their mixes. And yeah, you don't see that it's hitting the ground because it's not hitting the ground. It's just pulling that dust. I wish we had a little rain. Personally, I could use a ½ an inch of rain to settle this dirt, and it would do a much nicer job. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and we've got this ground to do here where that's green over there. This will make short work of that, and we're back to shredding. I got to climb into the belly of the beast and check a bearing and grease it. On the VFS, I may be changing it before we get going today. It is worn, and that's the new baler. So yeah, that's what we're up to. Okay, so things are getting real now. This is what wears out on the VFS and causes major ass aches. Ready? Look at this. So this is the stuffer side. This sees more action than all the other ones because it packs, and then when it trips, it derails and puts the stuffer. It stuffs. So what happens is this one gets worn out, and when it does this, starts wobbling like that, gets floppy like that, it's only a matter of time before it actually flips off the side and causes you major problems. Now this one here I replaced with a used bearing not that long ago, and I may just leave it in there for the simple reason is it is still pretty strong. There's no sign of it being loose, but this one here, this is the one that's going to screw you up. So before I left, I bought this Milwaukee 1-inch impact gun. They tell me that it will twist the lug nuts off of the truck. I hope we got the right one. Doesn't fit in there, does it? Well, that's going to suck big time because I need that.
Wait, what size is it?
Big. Well, what did you do? You had one that was too big. What is this?
That's a 33 millimeter.
33 doesn't fit it? No. And the next one is 1.5. Shoot.
We have another box in here.
Well, bring it out. We'll see. I'm pretty sure I got the right one. I mean, this thing here, I don't know. It just doesn't seem very powerful, but this is a, I think it's a 18. Well, we're going to find the right size. We'll bring it over here. Okay, so I didn't have the right size. What do you call that thing? Allen wrench? Yeah. That thing works pretty good. Pretty darn good. You can see the massive amount of wear on that. This is the new baler, by the way. And you can put it right side by side with the other $250 freaking bearing and see the difference. I'm gonna have to, when I go up to Messick, I gotta buy a new one. So is there any wobble in this one?
No.
I don't think so. So all you do is you stick her back in there. No wobble, no fuss, no muss. Perfect. So now what I have to do is just do this. And what I'm going to do is, because I don't have the right size Allen wrenches, I'm just going to do the exact same thing I did to this one, only with the new one. And then Joe can turn the direction on that thing. And hopefully he doesn't break my hand off. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Got turned? Hold it. Oh yeah. This is probably the very wrongest way to do this, but go ahead. Give her some more. Good. God, this got us scared. Yeah, that's not even on the highest setting. They told me that that'll twist off lug bolts off of a semi, so I don't know. I can take this one off. You know, while I'm here, we ought to just replace it.
Yeah, it's got some wear to it.
It's got some wear
No
to
wobble though.
it. It doesn't have any wobble, and this is the least of the two. I do have to clean that out. There was a string got wrapped up in there. But yeah, that's a beautiful thing. So yeah, at least I had this bearing, and the difference is just amazing. 15,000 bales. You're supposed to change these between 12 and 15,000 bales. We are there. I'm gonna have to, when I bring the other baler down, that baler's got how many bales on it? That one's got to have 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11,000 bales through it. That's got 11,000 bales through it this year already on the new set of bearings, so I'll just change them out as well when I get down here. But these are like 250 bucks a piece. I will be replacing the full set when I get done with the fodder job and get ready for next year, because we're going to be doing twice the amount of straw in North Carolina. We're going to be doing again that much down here on the eastern shore, and then we're going out west. Westward we go. Okay, so right down there is where it's at. I'm gonna zoom in on it. That's the new roller. That's where they're at. That's the stuffer side. The other side looks in really good shape. So with that new one being on there, I think we're good. I think we're good. Here it goes. Yep. See that thing there, it goes and it packs, and then it stuffs. And in order to stuff, that puts a lot of strain on that one particular one. So it's just a better idea to change that one out halfway through the year. The other ones seem pretty solid yet, and they look actually really pretty good. They will all need to be changed at the end of this season though. So anyways, I guess that's it for that. Here they are working. A view that most people never see, a view that maybe I'm not going to want to see in a few seconds because it's going to try and get me. See those plunger dogs are working there. This one here is kind of stuck up. I don't know why that one's sticking, but they'll get a corn cob or something going in it, and it usually settles back down, but that's a slice of hay or a flake of hay coming up into it. And all hell's about to break loose. Bale's coming off. And here it comes. Ready? That is the cleaning system. There she trips. Makes 2 sets of knots, everything's sweeping. They look good. I'm just up here inspecting as we go. We just had a little issue. I do have a flat spot on one of the bill hooks, this one here, the third one from the left. That one's got some flat spots into it. I just want to make sure that it continues to work right. Seems to be. Seems to be. So we'll let her go one more cycle up here, and then I'm going to throw some of my secret juice. That's the air compressor reaching its full capacity. I'm gonna throw some secret sauce on that damn knotter there to keep keep it lubricated and in the right spots. I do not tell anybody where I do that, and it generally keeps me going when most balers are worn out. I've learned this trick over about 20 years of bullshit, and I know it drives people nuts. They think I'm full of shit, but I'm not. I do kind of know what I'm up to. And now he's getting into the shredded area. Sorry about the wind noise, but it's going to slow him down now because that shredder's putting 40 feet instead of 24 feet in. You can watch that sucker go through on every single knotter stroke, every plunger stroke. She's just doing her thing. All that dirt, dust, crap. There goes my knotters. Woohoo! I'm gonna go juice it. All of a sudden she's gonna blow steam or blow air. Oh, I already did it. I missed it. Okay, so that thing blows air only once per knotter stroke. I always thought it was supposed to be twice. This is some really nice fodder, by the way. This was chewed up by the header, and now, of course, we got Timothy over there. You see that dust cloud he's making. We got 1,000+ acres of this particular type of fodder that needs to be done, and we are going to be working at it. Joe's really moving. So my chariot today is a 7810 in that stack wagon. Looks like he's getting 3 full bales across the windrow as he goes, 3 and 4. So that's pretty good for this field or this farm. And holy smokes, look at that 7530 go. Dust, dirt. So yeah, he dropped one in that small distance, and he's moving. We've been going really slow. If we continue like this, we're going to hit probably 400 bales today pretty easily. And if we can keep that up for the next 2 to 3 days, well, the next 3 days at 400 bales a day, is 4, 8, 12. On top of 6, we get 2,000 in the week, and that will make life pretty good. 2,000 since Thursday. No, yeah, 2,000 bales since Thursday. We did 621. It took us 3 days to do that 621 bales because they were damp. These are, like, as you can tell, these things are bone-ass dry. And I mean bone-ass dry. And he's making some dust over there. Jesus, Pete. Anyway, glad we got camp tractors. I'm getting in. Let's go.